Yeah. Yo, pull up a chair, let the real talk begin. Faith on the table where the brothers lock in. Life gets heavy, but we stand our ground. Truth in the room when the circle comes round. No mask, no front, just real man here. Talking about faith through the doubt and the fear. From the grind of the week to the lessons we share. Welcome to the men's round table, pull up a chair. Men's round table series, step inside. Real men, real faith where the truths collide. Voices at the table where the stories get shared. Welcome to the men's round table, pull up a chair.
Welcome back to the Men's Roundtable Series Interview Spotlight. I'm your host, Mr. U. Thanks again for watching us. We're live, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Thanks again for making us part of your week. If you're watching the show right now, you can see us and hear us. Any comments or questions for myself or my guests, drop them in the comment section. We're happy to have that conversation. I got NLP, relationship coach, and a good buddy of mine, Paradis, in the house, coming to the stage right now. My guy, how you doing, man?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
Good. Well, we had combos in the past. It's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be talking things that you're very much an expert on, gender intelligence, relationship success, but all spoken to a male perspective because our audience is all males for the most part. So let's get into that, man. But let's jump in first real quick. Give us a brief history lesson about who you are, where you came from, how you got to where you are, as brief as you can. Go ahead.
Brief as you can. So let's get done. So my name is Paradis. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm a relationship coach, NLP practitioner. That's how I release people's traumas of their nervous system. It's a huge part of the work. And then educative, effective communication strategies, which is the work about communication. Everybody thinks they communicate and they collide, especially the men and women dance. Men communicate completely different. We process everything differently, right? we operate that. So my work is to help alleviate the pain and confusion in relationships, love relationships, regardless of orientation. Really, it's all the same. So that said, I got here. I was always in personal development since I was 23 years old, and 18 years ago, I ended up in a workshop that I was invited to, completely random, seemingly, called Understanding Women. And I realized I knew nothing about women, which blew my mind. And at the time, I'm married with 2 little kids. My wife is great. We have no problem. Not looking for this information, but I realized after the workshop, came off my chair 7 times, that I knew nothing about women, which meant I knew nothing about my wife. And you understand, I come from a family where all my siblings are divorced 2 and 3 times. I have my life, I have my babies, I have my family, I have my wife, I have everything. But all of a sudden, I know nothing about women. That means I know nothing about my wife. So in the sake of not wanting to be a statistic, I went into the work, trying to decode everything. The more I learned about relationships, the more I realized there was more to learn. 18 years later, 5 masters later, ta-da! That's how we got here.
I love it, man. What do you say to somebody, and this is definitely for the men in our audience, what do you say to men who, and this is probably despite any kind of age bracket or anything, where they realizing, maybe even right now, they realize, you know what? I don't know enough about women either. I know that you're a great relationship coach. You're very accomplished. You can definitely help them. But what do you say to them, people who are watching, listening right now, who may have just realized or realized recently they have no idea about the opposite? How do you help them?
I say, what smart people do, and I'm not saying that not everybody's smart, but what smart people do is when they have a blind spot about something, they go learn. If you don't know what to do with the money, hire finance aid, right? If you don't know how to be lean, you hire a coach, a trainer, a diet coach, a trainer at the gym. Like, people who are smart, when they realize it's a thing they don't understand that doesn't work, they go in and hire a professional. So that's what I say. Like, in my world, men and women are so different, and we think, Dr. John Gray, Mars and Venus, right? 2 different planets. That's not even close. It's 2 different galaxies. It's like so mind-boggling. We're completely opposite in every freaking possible way. Opposites, not the same a little bit, like opposite, like 2 different galaxies. And one of the things that I like to say, just to take it home, right? We're equal as our genitals. Hello? Completely opposite, but made to fit beautifully, right? But so everything about us, our temperament, our instinct, our biology, our nervous system is in opposition. But we think we're more the same than we are, and that's what caused all the problems in my world. So gender intelligence is, if you're a man, want to be in a healthy relationship with a woman, cross the bridge into woman world and go learn how they tick, what motivates them, why they say the things they say, they do the things they do, why they take everything personally, you guys. It's not because they're crazy, because they're just ladies, right? But we don't understand that, and often we battle with them. That's not what I said. That's not what I meant. How'd you get there? You take, I can't talk to you. You take everything personally. Yeah, that's called being a girl. It's not their fault. It's really part of the instinctual, programming from millennia. And same with the ladies. If you want to be a healthy relationship with a man, cross the bridge into men world and understand why men do what they do, what motivates us, why we process things. If we speak differently, we process energy, information, feelings very differently. But there's nothing wrong with men. There's nothing wrong with women. But again, coming from the perspective of the other, it looks like the other one's not doing right. Right? They need to act different. They need to be that. So instead of embracing our differences and coming together, just like our genitals, beautifully, we make each other wrong. And now, like, he needs to act different. She needs to be different, right? And this is where the collision happens. So again, it's really embracing our differences and learning to negotiate, work with it. I could do this all day long, but that's the truth.
I know you can. You're an expert at this, man. So tell me how you define gender intelligence. I think that's an incredible phrase. How would you define that for those that are watching and listening to that? Go ahead.
Right. So again, there's a yin yang to all of us, right? There's a masculine and feminine side of me and you, and women have masculine and feminine. So we both have both. Oh, interesting. Most people don't understand that. Right. So some men are more in their feminine, some women are more in their masculine, especially in our culture now. Right. We expect women to act like men, work like men, make money like men. Well, that's fine, except the other side often gets neglected when there's too much of this. So how do we calibrate your masculine and feminine within you? If you're over masculinized as a woman, you will attract only, this is nature again, right? Polarity. You only attract feminine men, and you think that's men. And these guys don't want to provide, protect. They don't want to pay. They don't want you babies. They don't want to marry, right? They just want to have fun. So if you're a boss babe lady, good for you, but you find yourself in relationships suffering and thinking men are not committable. No, those are the boys. In my world, there's 4 types of men. They look the same, completely different temperament, like there's 4 types of women, by the way. So again, that's the idea, like understanding how you show up energetically. If you're tilted too much in the opposite, or even in the same side, right? It will cause you some conflicts, and you won't understand why. So feminine men suffer, masculine women suffer in relationship because they attract something opposite, which is fine. But a feminine man doesn't make a woman feel safe, so she'll eventually dump him or put him in the friend zone, right? Masculine women are irritating to masculine men, so they don't want nothing to do with them. I hate to say it, that's just what it is, right? So when women say, I want a nice guy, no, you don't. You want a man who knows who he is, right? He's going to hold the frame, and he's going to make you feel safe because he provides, protects, cherishes, lives, support. And those guys are not nice guys. They don't fold, right? They don't fold. They don't listen. They don't obey anybody, right? They're men, but these are the ones who do everything you want. So how do you understand this? That's my work, right? Like, so learning and balancing both. So you could be a boss at work, learn how to be a lady in the world. You know, the way I put it is leave your balls at work, ladies. Most of you don't know how to do this because we get stuck in one or the other. That's okay. Your turn.
All right. Forward any complaints and angry barbs to Andre Paradis, not to Mr. You, right?
Yeah, just bring it. Like, the thing is, nothing I talk about is my opinion. It's the work, right? It's science, nature, biology, anthropology, psychology. None of this is my opinion. This is the work that I've done the past 18 years. And I speak with certainty because I do it every day, and it's always the same. It's the same.
Yeah. And you've been doing it for a long time, and you've been seeing that, man. So it's hard to dispute what you've been seeing through your research. Let's say that you meet somebody who is perhaps struggling with the confidence and clarity, mainly because they may have a wife or girlfriend or fiance that kind of have that boss lady attitude. They've kind of been, they may even have daddy issues as well. And they're beating the man up, and the man is like, you know what? I know who I'm supposed to be. I think I get it, but I'm not allowed to be that, and I don't feel safe and comfortable doing that. How do you help that person if he comes to you and say, you know what? I'll become a leader in my own life?
Very simple. Very simple. Really, it takes courage. So it takes simple. It takes courage. It takes gut. It takes leaning in. It takes challenging yourself. It takes discovering who you really are. Because for my work with men, the ones who are suffering like you are, like you're talking about, right? They can't assert themselves. They let women boss them around. They were raised in the nice guy syndrome dynamic where they were told not to, lean on women, not assert yourself on women, be the nice guy, you know what I mean? And so they've been literally shamed of their masculinity, which at some level, women think if the guys are like, gentler, softer, the women will feel safer. However, women don't feel safe with those guys. So to be acquiescing as a man in a relationship with a woman puts her in a masculine, and she eventually resents it completely and will actually literally lose respect for you and treat you worse and worse and worse. So we know what doesn't work. So what works, man, is to man up. And, if you find that toxic, then we need to talk, because that's your problem, right? There's nothing wrong with manning up. Manning up is taking responsibility for your life, for your choices, for the people that you provide and protect for, right? That's what it is. But if you are too soft, right? Again, the ladies will put you in a friend zone or dump you because they don't feel safe. It's not even a thought process. It's literally energy respond to your softness. So I always say to the man, the way men build themselves up is by pushing through their doubt, pushing through their fears, pushing through the fact that they're not really right. They need to push through their stuff to basically bring to get self-respect and respect for men and women in the world. The harder life is, the more what you're trying to accomplish is hard to accomplish, right? People will look at you and go, wow, look at him go. He's amazing, right? That's how you get respect for everyone and yourself. So the idea is to lean in and go get it. Whatever it is, go get it, right? It's not easy. It's tough. You have to discipline yourself. You have to push, 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 push. But in the end, you're going to end up feeling competent, confident, capable, which is how to bring out the best of us. And when you're competent, and all that stuff takes in place, you typically are successful, and men will go, ha, look at me now. I could take care of a family. I could take care, of a wife. I could build a castle, build a kingdom, leave a legacy. That's what men naturally do. But if you shame men out of this and they live small, right? Everything, literally, the ladies not attracted to this. So I say, forget the culture. You've been shamed out of your masculinity. Let's go get it back. Let's just go get it back. Not toxic, right? Appropriate amount of, what do you call it? Proper use of masculine leadership, power. That's what it is. So recalibrate.
Okay. All right. So let me fire another one at you. So I'm pretty sure, just from my previous conversation, my previous interview, that sometimes relationship coaching and the line between relationship coaching and marriage counseling sometimes gets blurred. And it's kind of hard to avoid it sometimes, I think. But what do you do when somebody comes to you? They may already have, maybe you have a great example for this. They come to you and they basically are the man you're talking about. I mean, I wouldn't say wimpy because I don't mean any offense, but they're just not at that place, but they want help.
Yep.
What, especially at the age that they are, as much bad training as they've been given, as much bad downloads that they've been receiving over the years, how do you help them, I guess, in a sense, become the man they need to be?
Well, like I said,
I'm saying it out loud, but do you understand my question?
Yes. So, the idea is it's not outside of you, it's inside of you, right? So if you don't have it for yourself, how are you going to show up in the world? And that's really where the disconnect is, right? For men to feel weak, incompetent, not good enough, it's a kiss of death. It's a kiss of death. So how do you build yourself up that you get some self-confidence, you know what I mean? Some swag even at that point. So men have to recognize, and this with the men that come to me, they're like, you know what? I don't know what's not working, but the nice guy stuff is not working, right? And they notice like this, they're aware of the feeling of, I'm lacking something. I don't know, really. I'm letting the world push me around. I'm letting the ladies tell me who to be. That is not working, and it's never going to work, by the way. That's normal. So it's when men kind of wake up to, you know what? I'm not sure how to do this. I'm not sure what's missing. I'm not sure how I got there. Somebody help me. Now, I'm going to say this. If you're a therapist, love you, but, therapists in the United States, especially, therapy is all about feminizing everything. You wouldn't believe how many clients
Wow.
went to therapy. They do. Whether it's a male or female therapist, you know, he needs to be more talkative. He needs to be more sweet. He needs to be more of a nice guy. He needs to like listen to her more. He needs to acquiesce to her. He needs to like take it 50-50 with her, all that stuff, right? And men, it's the exact opposite of what women, first what makes women feel safe, and men just can't stand it. So therapy, you know, couples therapy is a sure way to get divorced. Because they pit each other against the other. Like seriously, I have stories to tell you that will make your hair this curly. Oh wait, your hair is probably this curly. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like it's honestly, and I hate to say this, but like I have friends in my network, my circle, a lot of therapists, and they have no idea how to do relationship. They don't have no idea what I teach. Like so, I'm actually teaching them, you know, this work because they're not trained that way in any way. They don't know anything. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And so the people, the clients who actually trying to help the clients, you know, therapists who really want to help the clients in the relationship dynamic, come to me to teach them the part they don't know. I mean, it sounds insane, but this is how it is right now.
Wow.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's very
freaking weird.
Every time we talk about this, I walk away like, man, this is our world. This is pretty wild. So, what part does cultural beliefs play in making it hard to create authentic, loving relationships these days? I know that plays a part because I kind of get a chance to hear about it, but I'd love to hear your perspective. What are you seeing in the vein of cultural beliefs? What are you seeing there?
I think it's all of that. You know, we shame men out of being masculine because it's toxic, the dangerous, can't trust them. You know what I mean? Girls, you don't let, you know, get yourself strong, independent because you can't trust men. All right. That's all in the culture. Now, everybody has a terrible story about relationship, men and women, but it's being emphasized and pumped out. And, you know, how many times I hate to say, but that men aren't blank, you know, statement from like young women who basically, you know, I'm like, how's this going to work for you? Like, what half the plan is men. So men are not the enemy, women are not the enemy, but the culture has us separated, men against women, black against white, Muslim against Christian, gay against, like everything is separation, everything is chaos. And we wonder why it's complicated. Everybody's protecting themselves from something, right? So try to do a relationship when men are toxic and dangerous, and on the other side that women are crazy is what, you know, like, okay, here we go. Now, nothing has really changed. Our temperament are opposites and different. That's, again, the thing you want to embrace and negotiate and walk through. Like, get this, in my business, couples who succeed, whether they've done the work or not, because some people do it naturally. Are you ready? They understand the polarity is essential. They don't make each other wrong for how different they are. They actually embrace that, talk about it, negotiate it, come to terms. Do you know what I mean? That's what adults that are smart do. And get this, all the couples, regardless of our orientation, who have this dynamic that goes 30 plus years, are you ready? Temperamentally, they each have each other's back first. They want the other one to win first, not me making you act like I think is better, right? I understand. Think about this. If I want you to win and you want me to win, energetically, it's very, very different conversations, right? We're in it together. Let's work it out. When there's bumps on the road, make sure we're not agitated, right? I say, take your corners, kind of make sure you're neutral, come back and go, so how do we do this? You know, why'd you get so mad? How do we get there? You know what I mean? This is what, so again, couples that succeed aren't trying to change the other one, make them act right, be different, right? They embrace the differences, talk about it, negotiate it, and go back and forth and kind of create a cocktail of mixed bag of what she wants, what she needs, what he wants, what he needs, but they have each other's back. They're not trying to fight the other. They want the other one to win. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
It's very simple.
Yeah, definitely. We got time for a couple more questions. We'll try to see if I can get you in. I think part of what you said answers my next question, but we'll see.
Okay.
We've got longevity in relationship. We're talking about a 30+ year marriage. Congratulations, by the way. We're in year 30 right now, so we're getting there. So it's pretty awesome to hear that. What do you attribute this healthy, long-term, fulfilling relationship that you have with your wife? What do you attribute that to? I think you may have answered it in your last question a little bit, but what are you doing that men that are watching, listening can learn from and apply right away to kind of help build the kind of longevity that you have with your wife.
Right. Again, it's understanding her on some level, right? I know what triggers her. I know her instinct. I know what she needs. As men, we show our love by doing stuff for them, provide, protect, cherish, right? Like we do all this like doing, but women need to hear it. Like it's simple, right? But so women will say, I don't think you love me. And he's like, what are you talking about? Look, all I do. But that's not how she hears love, right? She needs to hear, I love you. They need to hear it on a regular basis, right? They need to hear it on a regular basis for her to feel safe and connected. Again, understand the feminine needs to be safe. And the way they say safe is by talking and connecting. So if you don't talk to her, you give the one-word answer, she feels disconnected, starts feeling unsafe, and all of a sudden you don't become the enemy. You're the guy who doesn't really care, the guy who doesn't respect her, the guy who doesn't love her. And when she starts thinking that, guess what happens? She cools off, and everything lovely about her kind of fades. It's on you, dude. It's on you, right? So you have to learn what women need. And again, the small stuff, like how many times have you heard a girl say, like, I need so very little. Why can't he give that to me? Now, to a masculine man, what the hell does that mean? Right? I can teach you that because it's actually not that hard, but it's really kind of because we quantify everything as men. Little things don't make sense. Little value, right? Because we quantify everything. Big effort, big rewards, big work, big money, right? Big bouquet of roses, big love. No, that's not how it works with ladies. So again, so in my relationship with my wife, through learning all this, I can actually understand what she needs simply. I can actually get over myself and step into her world, right? And vice versa, because she understands me through this work because she's hearing me teach all day long. I do this all day long, right? And understands respect, understands support the way that I need it. It's different the way I support her, right? So it's really like gender intelligence to decode all of this and ultimately understand to clean up when we when we collide, to clean up respectfully, right? As opposed to argue. We don't argue. Arguing is, people argue because they don't feel heard. So they say louder, right? And the other one defend themselves louder. And then they go louder again because they haven't been heard and they defend themselves, right? And this is how you destroy a relationship, by the way, right? This is what most people do, not understanding. They're not feeling heard. Well, yelling is not going to make you feel heard. And then eventually you'll say things that you can't unhear or take back. And that's how you destroy, damage your relationship. So we don't argue. We get tensed up, right? Things get heated. We go, oh, we have an understanding. Oh, means no, we're not doing this. We're not going to heat, let that explode. Time out. And we both know what that means, whether I do it or she does, that, okay, we need to stop now. It's going to get chaotic. Take our corners, go back to neutral. That could take an hour. That could take 3 days. Doesn't matter. But you have an understanding that when we calm down as adults, responsible adults, right? We come back together and go, so how'd you get so mad? Why'd you get here? How did we get here? Right? And again, having each other's back, now you can approach the dynamic, the conversation much differently than trying to change them, making them act right, so you see what I'm saying? That's really simple. It's simple. You just got to be an adult about it. And again, there's tools, communication tools. That's part of my work. Educative, effective communication strategies. Those are all the tools that I pass on to my clients, to have these conversations without the tornado that you can't reverse. Not that hard. It's not that hard, honestly.
As always, man, you bring the insights, and I love that you do it without sugarcoating it, man. I really appreciate you being here, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate you helping me. By the way, as a podcaster, you are a disruptor. I'm a disruptor. And what that means is we're trying to get people to think differently or rethink things. You know what I mean? Like disruptors. And that's part of my work, is to really break the fallacies of what's out there with men and women, relationships, and what's happening in our culture. So there is hope, ladies and gentlemen. There is ways to actually build healthy relationship in this modern ways, right? Then that's the point. We do it differently nowadays. It's different than our grandparents and our great grandparents, obviously. But it's the way to do it. I do it all the time. And I don't know if you know this, but also I'm an ordained minister. So some of my clients, after doing the work, I married them myself. The stuff works. I'm showing off now, right? But I mean, to me, that's the greatest honor in the world.
I love it, man.
Yeah. So
appreciate you being here, bro. This is so good, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you, like I said, helping me spread the word. There is hope, ladies and gentlemen. There is hope, right? But it's like dancing. Like if you look at me behind me, is my wife and I ballroom dancing. That's our lives. The dance of relationship, I call it, is that you have to learn how to do it. Our grandparents did it because they had no choice. Now we have all the choices. It's more confusing. So like ballroom dancing or any kind of dancing, nowadays you have to go learn how to do a relationship. That's what I'm inviting people to do. Step in, go learn. Your chances are, if you left on your own and it's not working out so far, you're missing some bits and pieces. Come and get it.
Thank you, Andre. Let folks know where they can find you, man, and then we'll go ahead and close the broadcast for today. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you. So my website is projectequinox.net. I'm on all social media platform, whether it's under my name, Andre Paradis, or Project Equinox, which is my company. And again, I'm going to have people, if you want to talk to me, if you're curious, if I said something that you want to dig in a bit, I have a gift for you listeners. If you go directly to my email, Andre Coaching, @gmail.com, Andre Coaching, ANDRE Coaching, @gmail, and just write me an email saying, can we talk now, kind of thing, and I'll send you my calendar link and we'll have a conversation. It's on me. I don't charge for that call, the original one. But if you're curious and want to decode a little bit your issues, thank you. If you want to decode what's going on with you, it's always stuff from childhood, belief system. In about 15 minutes, we'll go right to where the wheels came off. And when you understand you're not broken, you're a product of your past, men or women, masculine and feminine, right? It's fixable. And then we can talk about, what that looks like. So if you want to step in, there's an offer. But that call alone for some people change their understanding that they're not broken, and it's liberating. So invite people to come in. You can email me and ask me any questions. You could tell me I'm full of crap. I'm not. I could back everything up I'm saying. So Andre Coaching 1, and email me. I have gifts for, if you want. I have some free gifts. I'm just saying, if you want to really decode this stuff, come and get it. I got that for you.
The challenge has been made.
Ta-da.
Andre Coaching 1 @gmail.com and Project Equinox.net. Reach out to Andre, take him up on his challenge. I'm positive he has insights that can help you. Andre, thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate your time, man.
Anytime. Appreciate you.
Thanks for watching the Men's Roundtable Series Interview Spotlight. It's Andre Paradis. I'm Mr. U. Have a fantastic day, guys. Thanks again for watching and listening.
Men's Roundtable Series, step inside. Real men, real faith, where the truths collide. Voices at the table where the stories get shared. Welcome to the Men's Roundtable, pull up a chair.